Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Wildermyth, where today, I guess we're just gonna kill all of the morthagi. We're going to kill so many of them, and every single time we do it, I'm gonna feel a little bit bad, because they really are just so cool. What if we just made friends? What if we just gave them this whole valley? We're just like, you know what? Y'all were right. You should be running this show around here. Alright, let's go pick up a fifth member, because it looks like there's one just sort of in the path. And then there's not actually that much map left here. Ulyss is out of sorts, and Sinetta thinks she has the answer, and it's geometry, as always. No one has ever been sad around geometry. By the way, I really love, like, you know, the whole game obviously has this papercraft aesthetic, but I really love these, like, little skeuomorphic touches that they keep throwing in to make you feel like these are physical objects, like the ripped edges of the paper, or the fact that you can see the corrugation in the cardboard. Things in Clover Pass are drunk or sleeping. The last greasy lights wobble in quiet windows. At least, mostly quiet. This window is singing, and off-key, I think, is what we're supposed to get from the wiggliness there. I will not torture you with singing, although I will say that if I were to sing, it would be off-key, be very appropriate. If I spent so wildly on cups, I'd be penniless. The merry stumbler scrapes along the back alley, fragments of foamy song following after, fading into the early dew. The night doesn't slosh so easily in every belly. What's wrong? You look like you're about to go belly up in the whiskey pond. Just lately, I don't know. Don't worry about it. Oh, come on. I know what it is. I don't even know what it is. Well, you're out of shape. You gotta exercise more. You have to get your blood going, your lungs pumping. That's what I do whenever I can. I mean, do it for yourself, obviously. We do too many things selflessly. Sinetta, normal people don't... What? What's that face for? Hold on, what was she about to say? Normal people don't do things selflessly? Normal people don't exercise? Where could this possibly be going? Because I just had the perfect idea. There's this mystical order, and they live out in seclusion. They're all about training the body to unshackle the mind. Yeah, I'm sure they'd teach us one or two tricks, or at least give us a quiet meal. Okay. Hey, that sounds like something you'd really enjoy. I'll pass. You know, creating a little bit of rivalry within the party might actually be a good idea, because the stunt effect of rivalry is really valuable. I'm kind of curious, though, what we would get out of this. I'm going to intentionally try to create a rivalry here. It does not seem to have had that effect. That's a shame. I was hoping I could make Sinetta dislike Ulyss enough that we could get some mechanical benefit from it. Why, we've discovered Dagoth, the aloof intellectual. Yeah, sure. Welcome aboard. Bat's bounty has reached Summerferry. I've been waiting my whole life for this opportunity. Well, we haven't been around that long, but if you want, this text is familiar. We've seen this one. Alright, yeah, your father was a renowned coward, bull god, etc. Yeah, we totally, this is exactly the same event that we got, in the first chapter. The blood of exceptional people. Alright, welcome aboard. What do you think? Is another mystic probably, right? So we're on 2 warriors. The hunters do seem generally good, but mystics are very powerful. I do feel like I wish there were more classes. So wait, what is... Okay. So I can just go back and try the other option then. Well then we will. If the not do it doesn't do anything, then yeah, so they set out in the morning, much too early. And who goes with them? Galadglin makes sense, I guess. Where exactly are we going? Oh, we were going right here, in fact. Over generations, a modest compound has grown near Griffrel Outfitter. Some folks have come here to gain wisdom and strength, while others grew up inside its protection. It's a place of relative seclusion, inhabited by an order of knights focused on peacefully honing their bodies and minds to work in concert. Are you from around here? You know about this place? Every sword is 3 swords. That seems like a real problem. Like, just recursively. Okay. Oh, really? There is the sword of intention, the sword you balance and swing, and the sword of consequence. When all 3 are aligned in purpose and decision, only then may your strike be true. But you get what I was saying earlier, right? So is the sword of intention also 3 swords? Like, how many nested swords of intention are there? I guess actually that kind of makes sense within the metaphor, though, doesn't it? Because any choice we make has sort of like an infinite echo of, oh, this is a problem. So I'll just take a moment and contemplate that. You want some nut bread? Oh, yeah. Without another word, she turns and leads them down a hill path, darkened and dappled by the sun-threaded cloud cover. Into a sparsely treed field, rolling green-strewn land, marked by low, gentle walls. There it is, a nice nut loaf. Hey, listen, Sonetta here convinced me we were going to do some kind of, well, there's apparently a group of philosopher knights making their home around here. Is that you? You mean the Warless Order? Yes. That is us. You want training, then? I see. The wise seeker doesn't ask for bread, but for the skill of baking. You really think you're worthy to train with an ancient order of still quite youthful-looking knights? What a weird... Why is that? Okay. I would still like some of the bread, though. Yes? Yeah. Oh, all right. It always works best with the worthy ones. Well then, pleased to meet you. I'm Borivia River. Bringing the thought self and the meat self together begins with your name, but it's only the beginning. Together, we'll make the metaphysical much less meta and a lot more physical. You know, I think we could all use a Borivia River in our lives. I'm working on a lot of this myself. Over the next week, they train, eat, and sleep on a schedule. Borivia's style is, so plus speed seems useful. I wish there were numbers here. Like, what is plus accuracy? Is this going to be plus 1% to hit? Plus 5%? I don't know. You know what? Accuracy is always a very, very powerful stat. And then potency affects spell damage. So yeah, I'm going to take this one. It also it figures into the scaling of a lot of abilities, it seems like. It's a week full of experimental astrologies. Prolonged discomfort, as we all learn to stand on the roof somehow. Adorable. And the recalibration of sense and reflex. Sunset approaches on their final day of training. Borivia leads them into the closeness of a nearby wood. I would like to, again, note, final day of training is day 7. This was just a week. You would not figure it would be enough to make much of a difference. The resinous air sparkles, and she halts. Exertion is that way by which body and mind are exhausted, and from exhaustion springs growth. Exerting mind and body together, we access the geometry inside ourselves. Geometry. And when you say that, the shape you make, your spirit, meat, and bones. Didn't you know that's the basis for magic? It's not an ethereal energy. It's present in the alignment of every physical thing. You can channel and direct it if you're conscious and practiced enough. Sensing and manipulating that geometry makes you powerful. Well, but how important would you say the core is? Shouldn't I blast it? Do. A well-sculpted core is very attractive. Uh-oh, random encounter. Let's hope we roll well on our initiative dice. Out of a sudden shadowy knot of smoke comes an ambush. Okay, cool. So plus 3, I'm assuming plus 3 accuracy corresponds to plus 3% to hit. 0.3 potency doesn't necessarily seem very meaningful. Borivia River is my favorite character by a huge margin. That's a bunch of horn children. Well, okay then. Also, Galadglin's here, and has been the entire time. I would like to create a tree. I do not think that it is good necessarily to create a tree, but I do think it will be funny to create a tree. And then once I have created said tree, get pinned. It does not, notice it is not guaranteed. Once I have created said tree, I'm assuming I'll be able to interfuse it. I can't even click on her to see. All right, let's make sure we are focusing on the slinger. I'm assuming the horn children will not actually be able to hurt us. Wow. All right. Pretty good job. The horn child took cover. That seems wise. Okay, I am already interfusing. So this is one of our very few opportunities to pull off a reasonable splinter salvo. Oh. One of them dodged. That's all right. Dodge this. So 4 magic damage. Yeah, I love magical damage. I also love to stunt with 100% of my attacks. So it turns out Splinter Salvo is 100% worth all of the work. Ullus could probably use some potency. Yeah. Where did they come from? Were we betrayed? No, that was just Sundon and Shilshay. Stand up, you rascals. Oh, I definitely killed them. With actual murder. The ostensibly dead cultists rise sheepishly to their feet and tug off their disguises. And apparently they're just people who are alive? I blew them up for real, though. How does that work? This cool guy's Sundon, and that ploppy, humorless ogre is Shilshay. Think of it as a final test. An easy one, perhaps, given your abilities, but one you've certainly passed. I guess we'll go back to our nightly philosophizing. I prefer to think of it as philosophical knighting. And at that moment, Borivia dropped dead from a congenital heart defect. This has been a very strange story so far. Am I right? Phew, I'm glad they're gone. But anyway, what was I saying about enlightenment? Ah, yes. Surpassing our limits always takes a refiguring. We're redrawing the lines inside ourselves. If we do it with carefulness and wisdom, the new shapes inside us grow more aligned to the geometry of magic, the geometry of all things. They leave the woods, a small, silent procession. Bidding their instructor farewell, they embark on a journey across the night. They walk long enough that all the stars have sprouted. You know, it's interesting. I've always seen things as very cause and effect, chaotic in how they play out, but easy to understand, taken event by event. Maybe it's related to that, but I don't know. The order of things. Anyway, we got some good exercise in. You know, there's always been that place inside, from which I reach out, and at which the invisible arms of the world can reach me. But to think of it as something physical, I don't know. And then mist takes form. But they keep marching to the verge of dawn. Thinking back, I'm glad you dragged me out of that tavern. So return the favor and drag me back to it. And then they drank heavily. It's extremely weird that Galadglin was not present for any of the story. It's going to be hard for me to not upgrade Jump Jolt. +1 base damage scales twice as much with bonus damage and potency. Yeah, that seems really spectacular. Alright, calamitous calamities are upon us. Somehow, I think we will survive. Let's spend some time helping our friend get their gear ready. Is that really a thing we can only put one person on? No, okay. I can put everybody up. I guess he was the only one on it by default because the other three had been doing something, but they were done. All right, Dagoth, welcome aboard. We haven't done a humanist, right? We've taken the advanced nature interfusions twice, but I don't think we've taken these ones. Let's do that. I suppose at some point we could try making sort of more of a melee mystic, since they have that thing that makes people not want to be adjacent to them and everything. There might be a fun spell fist kind of build in there somewhere. Oh no, there are enemies at the Isric Weaver Works. Who could have foreseen this? Okay, I've got one. Favorite fruit? You ever had a cliff cherry? They're rare, but worth splurging on at least once in your life. Oh, careful there, your fancy taste is showing. Okay, my turn. Favorite thing to fight? That's like asking my favorite rash. Which is silly because we all know what her favorite rash is. Okay, least favorite then. Might have to be morthagi. Is that because they're over the next hill? It's because I can never quite tell if they're alive or not. It's distracting. And one of these days it's going to mess with my aim. And here I am making a career out of them. I'm not that old, right? Well, sometimes I wonder if it's not too late to start over somewhere. I wouldn't, though, realistically. It'd reek of abandonment. Well, we appreciate that. Well, what about you? What keeps you here? I think she's very interested in leaving behind an impressive legacy, which is part of what drove her to reach into the pool in the first place. You want to be immortalized in the lore of this land? You gotta earn it. And that's what I'm doing. What I'll keep doing until it's finally time to sit back and enjoy what I helped save. When you put it like that, it sounds big. Well, sure it is. I don't know if that helps or if it's too much pressure, but it helps me when even battle starts to feel like drudgery. I guess that makes sense, sort of. All right, so we got these guys. Got to watch out for that sommelier. Do we even know how they? Oh yeah, they spit stuff, right? I was gonna say I feel like we've fought a bunch of these guys at this point, but they haven't really done anything meaningful to us. So obviously I would love to have the warriors be in front. I don't know why it always starts our melee crew in the back. How do I want to set this up? I mean, I would love to run forward and enchant some stuff that's going to give me some better, or interfuse with some stuff that's going to give me some of those effects we just improved. I think we might be out of luck for the moment, though. All right, let's just grab the weldling, rather. Or, alternatively, what if I did not, in fact, do that? I'm assuming that this is just going to splinter blast, hobbling it. Okay, let's try it. Let's try the textile thing. Can I do it from here? Nope, gotta get way up. This is one we definitely have not done before. Potency plus spell damage. So wait, sorry, what was hobbling? Speed temporarily reduced. So probably not 100% as effective as pinning, but it'll be something. And then that having worked means that I can do this. And Gladglin finally gets to be in front. We did it. So there were 5 total enemies, right? Okay, well, I do believe we are on the rest of them. Now, one thing I will say that I definitely miss with her relative to our hunter from the last party, whose name I've already forgotten. Do it. I really miss the Overwatch ability. It was very cool and powerful. So it's showing that I have range here. It's not clear to me if it's showing that I just have range with one weapon. We should be able to jump jolt him from there, right? Alright, we're gonna have a hell of a time getting anybody else forward here. I guess if I just move... If I move you up to, like, here, nothing's gonna be able to get to Sonetta because they're all too big to fit through the area. There we go. That'll protect her even more. Yeah, it's a shame that it feels like so many of the warrior class abilities are difficult to use just because it's really hard to get your warriors in position to be ready to do things. Alright, good luck, Dagoth. I did sort of expose you to a lot of danger there. Okay, we're engaged. It was quick, but you know, you just don't turn your nose up at love at first sight is all I'm saying. So I think I'm just going to try to crack this guy. Alright, easy enough that anybody ought to be able to drop him trivially. Let's give him the old magic carpet. Does this have multiple targets? Is that why I'm being asked to... No, weird. I did, like, I clicked on him and it was just like, okay, that one's locked in, but no, apparently not. Well, whatever, it's fine. We have the jump jolt, I suppose. And then for you, just hack at him. Totally shredded. That's not the button I meant to press. Well, I guess he gets a turn then? No, huh. Shouldn't that interfuse not have been a quick action because I took a quick action before? Well, I mean, whatever. I'm not complaining. All right. Bonus to campaign tasks. Get really tough. Feels to me like it's really hard to actually get use of out of Battle Dance, like I was saying earlier. I guess I'm going to take Wisdom because I honestly just don't think either of those other two are very interesting. This is a Tier 1 Great Axe. I guess I will give this to... The thing is, it's a Great Axe, so it's a two-handed weapon, right? We can't wield it in... I'm just going to salvage it, honestly. It's just not the right thing for anybody. Well, I'd say that was a success all around. If only there'd been a couple more witnesses to record the deed. Hey, Zinmir, next time we should organize a viewing. Combat theater, we'll call it. You start to wonder if it's worth it, all this fighting. Oh, you do? Well, we may have survived today, but what about tomorrow, the next day? How long until the fight claims one of us? Or, eventually all of us? Okay, well, you know I'm not one to offer sage advice. I'm not for free, anyway. What I can say is, look out for your own, yeah? That's all that matters. Heck, that's all anyone else is doing. It's survival. Real basic. Don't overthink it. Isn't that kind of not what we're doing here, though, dude? I don't think that really makes sense coming out of the mouth of a member of a party of professional heroes. You know? And once again, it feels like there's very few reasons not to just secure every site. I don't fear any incursions here. Alright, site safe, knowledge gained, fabrics gained, a small dagger gained. Okay, well, It's better than Sinetta's current dagger, although it's very hard to imagine using a dagger, what with the arm and everything. We also got a block strap, which I guess I'll give to Zinmir, because I don't want to just burn that other one. And as before, bridges everywhere. The way this area is built, any incursion that spawns would have to go right through the middle of us, so I guess that'll end up not being true if we try to clear out the area around here. So to that end, I guess, we'll cross that bridge later. That'll be the way we come at the goal from. Everpool Learning. Somebody's attacking a library. We're almost to Everpool Learnings, aren't we? The terrain looks right. Hills are tough but rich. That's the tallest point up ahead. We can get a lay of the land from there. Do we not trust her ability to do that? Okay, that was steeper than it needed to be. That's quite a view, though. I'll say that. She's not winded at all. On account of all the training. Oh, what's this? I don't know. What is it? It's a big egg. Sinetta, this isn't safe. Oh, what a find. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried what else we'll find. I feel like we should not steal the egg. I can't tell if it's supposed to be like golden. Is that why there's glinting on it, or is that just... I would like to not disturb it. Let's just head down. Also, our chance of succeeding at that event was not very good anyway. Just leave it. It feels like pouring out fine whiskey. Yeah, better to pour out whiskey than blood, though. Oh, fine. They pick their way down, and she has not taken her mind off of it. And not a moment too soon. Up in the nest, the mother eagle lights for a moment, but does not settle. She seems mad. Oh, she's massive. Yeah, definitely a crag eagle. It's coming this way? To offer us a gift, right? Because we were so kind? It doesn't look like it so much. I do not want to fight you, big eagle. Alright, that was pretty close. Zinmir, are you alright? I'm a little shaken up still. That was a big bird. And she's back on her nest. I suppose we could wait till she leaves again. There's no reward for doing the right thing, but remember this feeling and... Oh, catch it. String on a cord. String it on a cord. We got ourselves an eagle feather talisman, which maybe we would have gotten that anyway. It's potentially the case. I think Sinetta's arm attack is a ranged attack, so it feels like we should give this to her. And apparently she cares quite a bit about her potency as well, so... Alright, we got a bunch of these little dudes. A couple of darts, a storm throat, and, as ever, warriors in the back. Also, a water spirit. Who wants a water thing? It's probably going to enchant an item. I can't enchant Sinetta's arm, I assume. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to have Ullus. Nope, I still have Gladglin targeted. Well, whatever. He can catch it. What I was saying is, I think we want Zinmir to be the one who gets it, though. Because water is on stunt get bonus action, right? If I remember correctly. That would be really good with that big hammer. Yes, please enchant my water hammer. Yep, that seems bananas. The Olden Hammer. That's not a very watery name. The Wall Thrasher? I mean, that's very boring. Alright. Dusk Crush of Grizzlefire is very silly and also not at all appropriate to what's going on here. This is the Crash of Waves, obviously. Oh, the Pounding of the Surf. Maybe Pounding of the Surf is better. It's dumb, but it's dumb in a way that I like a lot. So do we want to put anybody right up next to the doors? I think I do, but I'm not going to... Well, I guess I won't be given the option. But I was going to say, either way, I'm not going to open the door this turn. We'll just prep up. As ever, warriors in the back, you know. Here, let's have you open this door. Sorry, this one. Okay, we found a guy. This seems like a good time for you to do a murder. Even without seeing the damage numbers, I was pretty sure. He's good at that thing. So both of the darts are over here. I hate that Fox Flight costs an action to fire. Oh, they're all in here. Okay. Well, that's not great. Sonetta should have partial cover, I think. We hope. Get up here and provide a little bit of wall armor. Yeah, I think I will just go for the very basic thing. Well, it's not going to kill him, though. Is there really a point in doing that? Maybe I should just interfuse another object. I'm going to interfuse this bookshelf as well. Because now we have some options for what to do next turn. I can barrage him with this, maybe? Let's see. Will that reach him? Yes. Was that the thing I was... Yeah, it is. It is. They did in fact take the one I had interfused. Very unfortunate. We can definitely get a good fire going here. Really? That's just a tremendous bummer, is what that is. Okay, so a stunt on the first target does not necessarily do extra damage to the next target. Is Ullus allowed to interfuse? No, we cannot interfuse with the blaze itself. Why does this... Huh, I'm not sure why this book... I guess it's got bones on top of it is where the bone lance comes from. Wow, we had an effect on our surroundings there. And a great sword. Doesn't seem all that great. I'm just gonna salvage it. Oh, victory is ours. Strange scuff marks on the floor here. Have you found something, Dagoth? What can you tell us under all this dust? The floor here bears strange marks, like something was dragged over it. I think this cabinet was moved. Sonetta, give me a hand. Is that some kind of crack? What are you up to, new guy? Oh, hey, there's a hole in the wall. I wonder where it goes. To a secret chamber full of treasure, perhaps? Oh, maybe it was a hideaway for secret lovers. Oh my, I wouldn't mind a secret love nest of my own. Well, we should check it out either way. Dagoth, nobody believes that you need a secret love nest. Dagoth climbs carefully into the hole while the others watch on. He's the new guy. If it's a trap and he dies, nobody will care. Hello, what's this? It's a chest. A chest full of cyclone forks. So, +1 speed, +1 stunt damage. That seems okay. I will give it to Dagoth for when he's not doing magic, potentially. Nobody else really needs it. Alright, let's build this place up as well. Find me some new items. Do we want to cancel any of this stuff? So I'm assuming Spectic 2 as a card is just there are 2 of them, rather than it being improved in any real way. Prepares a shot after every turn, even if they attacked. That seems annoying. Let's cancel that one. But aside from that, I'm gonna let this stuff happen. Who doesn't want to face twice as many Spectics, right? Fabrics, spell threads. Spell threads is definitely useful. And then I now care about Zinmir's stunt chance more than I did, for sure. I'm a little sad to see that the water hammer doesn't have a little bit more like dramatic water effects on it. It doesn't look all that magic, you know? I'm gonna like loop around here. This looks like a good place to camp for the night. Are you okay, Galadglin? Huh? Oh, yeah, sorry. I was lost in thought. Look like some dark ones. Well, I guess I just never expected that this would be my life. Did I ever tell you I used to work as a stone cutter? Working with something so heavy and brittle, you had to learn what shapes they liked, how much weight they would take. It felt good crafting things. But these days, my pursuits are decidedly more grim. You know what? Yeah, let's try to bring him out of his funk here. You know, actually, I have an idea for those skills. I mean, he wants to build stuff, so why not? You two are still awake? Oh, well... Is that a diorama of the attack site? Sure is. What the... Is this to scale? Which should be. Now see, the layout here lends itself perfectly to this sort of trap design. You're not wrong. That's pretty clever. Too bad we don't have time to ring it up. Later still. This is us having the time to rig it up. Are you serious? Let's just hope it was worth the sleep deprivation. So, -10 dodge and block due to tiredness, but Galadglin has gained the rolling boulders ability. Alright, so apparently we're just going to start all the way up on top of the enemies, and that's a leaf spirit. That's an element that we don't know anything about. Trigger your prepared trap, sending boulders rampaging across the battlefield. It is a totally free action. It doesn't really say where it goes, like how big of an area it's going to be. I guess I'm going to select this guy. Oh, I see. Okay, I draw like a path. I just pull this rope and... That was pretty good. That wasn't even your turn. All right, get over here and get a free hit on this dude. Okay, who's gonna try to catch the leaf thing? I guess it's gonna be Dagoth. I don't exactly know where it went. Okay. Oh boy, it's real far away actually. It has the ability to teleport across door. How dare it? It feels bad to have Sinetta catch it though, because she's not going to make any use of the ability, right? We don't really use her equipment very much. We could try to capture it with an infuse. I just don't want to, is the thing. Yeah, I want to have Dagoth catch it. That's what we want. Have we ever let them get away for more than a single turn before? I'm not sure that I have. Oh, you never killed one. I certainly don't want to kill it. I'm just gonna wait here. Let's see if it keeps running. Oh, we ran over there to reveal some Spectics. Okay, it is continuing to run, but not in a way that's actually going to make it very difficult to catch, hopefully. Try to open up the path here. So Zinmir can leap up to half his speed as a free action. It's not very much. Yeah, that's nice. That's the combination of that attack and the water refund off of stunt is pretty powerful. So that's gonna give me Steel Fire. I mean, Steel Fire is pretty good. So is Discus, though. We've had a lot of good luck with Discus. I wanted to make sure that we were not going to kill the big one. So I think we're almost out of enemies here. What I want to do is I just want to block the door so that if we don't catch up to the thing, it at least runs into one of us. Never mind. I'm just going to catch up to the thing. Apparently, we just can. It didn't go very far. Hello, little leaf spirit. Please enchant my staff. Grants 2 temp health to the hero. Okay, and it upgrades the staff to level 1, which is cool. And honestly, that's a neat appearance. And apparently that was, in fact, our 4th type. Alright, time to reach out and touch. God, our stunt chances. Our observed stunt chance is very, very high. I think quite a bit higher than our actual chance ought to be. And I suppose Ullus could use a real melee weapon. It is slightly better than her other... Yeah, alright. Just in case. Who knows? Could come down to it. Alright, so I'm expecting we're going to see... Okay, yeah, we're going to see an incursion fairly soon. I think we should have enough time to just rob bonus damage. So I'll give it to you. I think we should have enough time to go here and then up there, and yeah, it should be fine. Because it takes a while for the incursion to move once it's formed. The Lion Band Forest has been revealed. Let's assault the Keg Heights boilers. Everybody stay away from the boiling part. They hike a mulchy hill above Keg Heights boulders, making their final approach. The trees here actually look younger than the wider woods. Kind of odd. Here's that feeling again. Listless, like Lyrietta Lockless writes, I'm a cinder blown across the sky of my life. Should I say something? Galadglin's leading the way, and it's he who spots the warm glow ahead. Did it flicker to life just now? Or maybe it had only been hidden behind the tree trunks. Not a remarkable spot. I wonder what drew them here, the beast things. Well, let's channel that curiosity into action. Anyway, we'll get our chance to find out. There's an orangey light up ahead. Campfire could be. Could be a wild and dark-eyed traveler. A woodsman, maybe injured. Yeah, I'll circle around, and then give him a hand, if you know what I'm saying. Or no, this isn't a gout of flame swirls amid these saber rocks, silent, bright, and smokeless. It's not a place to hang your kettle. It looks a lot like the shrine that we got the lightning arm from. It's an artifact? A monument? I wonder why it's not hot. Not hot, it's blistering. Yeah, I feel it. Galadglin, you okay? Do you hear stories? Or is it just my mind that hears them? Galadglin moves nearer to the spiraling inferno, apparently unscorched. Galadglin! I'm a lot like a cinder, blown here by wind. Accident. I remember one tall story. It's brief, it's for children. In early days, the sky's back was not so stiff. She bent and saw a handsome gray squirrel who'd climbed up to the top of a redwood. Gladglin, you're getting really close. This squirrel, he chatted to her blithely, how he relished her stars in the autumn wind, took comfort when she cast her cloudy hair. He thanked her for letting the sun thread through it. The sky was young then. Her pride overgrew, watered with earnest praise. So when she watched him plant his forests and watched the trees grow tall where he placed them, the sky thought to impress him by planting her own. A lightning arm she gently lowered, and a great tree of scarlet was born. But it was a greedy tree. It grew and grew, and grew so large it consumed the forest the squirrel had planted. And without time for a word, her words took much longer to say in those days. It swallowed the squirrel's body, too. Saddened, and seeing that her hubris had ruined the earth, she poured all the star wine from her great bowl, and it fell as rain, dousing the flames. Ever after, the rain will come when a wildfire somewhere might threaten to engulf the world. Boy, Gladglin, I got some bad news for you about that story. That's the story I remember, and this place remembers. It's a piece of here, something left behind. What does that mean? Stories of fire. You don't hear them? They leap and lick at my imagination. At this altar once, people would gather and tell them. But they're dead now. Those people are dead, and the flame somehow endures. Gladglin, come away. You should be burnt. How are you not burning? Listen, I'm going to let it touch me. No, I think Gladglin should reach into the flame. First of all, I do feel like Sinetta, of all people, should be the one who understands, right? Like, this is very similar to the altar that she reached into. So I think it's a little weird that this is her role in the story and not like Zinmir or something. But yeah, he's definitely doing it. I believe I'm meant to carry it, the fire, its heat and memories, in myself. He leans close and lets the fire climb his wrist. Again, I feel like we should all remember that this happened already and it was fine last time. I get that it's scary, but it's all right. I'll be all right. He stands unharmed as flames file up his arm, orderly as ants. But then he's less fine. Maybe they were right. A sudden mass of fire wreathes Gladglin's body. Urk. That's the sound that everyone makes involuntarily when they are consumed by fire. And just as it seems the whirling flames will devour him, thwoosh, they retreat into their coals. Gladglin stumbles back a few steps. What in... Gladglin, here, my canteen's still full. Let me... No, keep your water. It's not painful. It's unusual looking. In fact, I was feeling light and listless as thistledown, but I've landed now. In a fire. No, in the fertile ashes of... I'm in metaphor prison again. Someone please interrupt me. A big bestial caterwauling starts up, not far through the trunks. There we go. Surely as flood follows fire, gorgons. Alright, we got a legacy point and also a firearm. Which is maybe gonna make his weapon not as relevant. Right, is it kind of the same deal? He's got a cone of flame. So 2 to 4 magic damage. Alright, his melee strike is still way more powerful against a single target. It does seem to have disabled his shield. Okay, the fire tattoo is not really mechanically meaningful. Yeah. Well, that's a problem. I don't know. It's probably not a big problem. But I did want him to be the tank. I guess he's tanky in a slightly different way now. Oh, hi, all of the enemies. How's it going? Do I have range to hit this guy? Really? Wow, that's a heck of a hit. And then leaping. Dude, Zinmir's terrifying. I'm feeling way more powerful than we were last time. Can I get close enough to hit the Rager? Probably not really. I think I'm going to have Sinetta just run up here and jump jolt. Oh, cool. It's a Bogmore. The good news is it cannot get through that doorway, I'm pretty sure. I'm too far away to force engagement with the Rager, so I think I'll just run up here. Okay, a little bit of Scalding Rain sounds like a good idea. So that's a single target. Let's just burn the Rager's armor off. Well, unless it dodges. Oops, sorry, not ignite. Interfuse. Let's grab this cooking pot and also the stone tentacles here. Well, even without the shield, it seems his block chance is sufficient. Okay, it's a shame there's nothing wooden on this side of the room, because we could do quite an explosion. See no reason not to just melt these two real fast. Do I want to run around to the other side, maybe? Nah. Yeah, I didn't realize his weapon had the range to hit from 2 spaces away. Oh wait, I took a thing. I took a thing specifically for that, didn't I? Yeah. It's long range. It's not as right. I remember, kind of, sort of, a little bit. Free action. So it seems like there's a weird interaction going on here where we are gaining actions after every kill. After hitting with a non-swift melee attack, if Zinmir still has actions left, he can move up to half his speed as a free action. But it seems like we are always being treated as though we have an action left if we get a kill. Is that a thing that I have from my gear or something? I don't know. It feels like he's more effective than he should be. Again, not that I'm complaining. This rain's hard to use. So I'm assuming the discus isn't going to work here on account of, yeah. I think I'm just going to do nothing. Yeah. Wow, we're having a hell of a time getting through these very basic enemies. Oh, I don't know if you wanted to do that. That doesn't seem like a great plan. All right, Gladglin, get him. Wow. Never mind. Never mind what I said about get him. So if I run up here, let me withdraw from some of this stuff. Well, we'll be able to do some reasonable damage next turn. I'm assuming that Constrict won't reach through there. I'm just gonna call it here. We don't need to spend that action. It's not gonna do anything useful, and I don't want to interfuse something that I'm just gonna have to withdraw from later. Accidentally clicked over to Gladglin again. That was supposed to be a great big hammer strike. I mean, not that it turned out poorly, obviously. Got ourselves a block necklace. Guess Gladglin needs it more than ever? Hold on a second. What is his block now? So he's still got a pretty high percentage even without a shield. Yeah, let's lean in on that. The dust settles, the air smells acrid and burnt. You can control that thing, I hope. My arm? Yeah, Can you talk for a second, Gladglin? We have a moment, if you'll explain. Alright, so I really did hear something, right? Whatever presence was there in the altar, the flames, it spoke in me more than to me, like the chorus of my primal ancestry. I heard them offer stories to the altar, Kvawn of the Summer, the Queen of Embers, the Sun Thief and the Empire of Ashes, or softer stories, like that little yarn about the sky and the Tree of Fire. I heard them, these flame keepers, people who drove their herds and built their shelters here, who poured out their mysteries by this altar they must have carved. And so maybe I think I responded to it because I wanted something. There's been that hollowness inside for a long time, a cold place that wanted heat. Well, you've already made the decision, so what can I say now? Guess you'll be useless for patching the roof. How timely. I want to tell you, love. It's okay. I must be able to control it. I'll learn how, and it'll all be okay. You're not going to tell me off, are you? No, I personally, I think it'll be useful, depending on the seriousness of the drawbacks, of course. Be careful around delicate jewelry and fabrics. Again, yeah, like it makes sense, right? She should be understanding. All right, let's secure the boilers. I love a good boiler. We will meticulously study these boilers. I wonder if that means there are going to be other shrines. All right, we got some resources and some accuracy bracelets. Well, her ranged accuracy is very high. Maybe we should give it to Zinmir. I really don't want Zinmir to ever miss an attack. Although it kind of looks like his stats are very impressive in that matter already. I'm going to give it to Clover. Wait. I'm going to build a bridge across this river right here. Once again, we're going to make sure there's as much infrastructure as possible. And we're getting close to the hour here, but I think, you know what? Let's just play through the whole chapter. The last episode was a bit short. We can make this one a bit long and make up for it. So, morthagi in great number. I hear you. I'm finishing my bridge. And in fact, I'm going to go through the Raven Fields. I think we've got time. This is how not concerned I am. One fateful night. Something about that rock makes me shiver. A tall black finger of stone angles out of the earth, points to a pale bloated moon. Did we see this one too? Stone seems to eat all light. Yeah, we've seen the witch stone. It lays a curse on your back. And I am going to again just blow it off. It seemed fine last time. Alright, everything's fine. Zinmir is the one who seemed potentially perturbed. Nah, he's fine. Zinmir's inhabited. Sometimes you get a little inhabited. That happens, you know? So we put up a Weaver Works already. I'm going to put up an Outfitter this time. And then we'll just gather up over here. This will show him to pillage. Incursion size 4, strength 8. We can take a strength 8, right? Have plenty of heroes here, so only 2 farmers will join the fight. I probably don't need any farmers, if I'm honest. The morthagi have come. Finally, they can be heard. Unusually quiet, but unmistakable. Yeah, same text as the incursion in the last one. Cunning. Cunning worked out for us pretty well last time. Let us approach with stealth. So a weldling. All right, this is not too bad. Do we know what the butler does? We don't, right? We saw one of them in that one battle, and then we rolled a boulder over it. Okay, so we have completely surrounded them. But unfortunately, most of us don't have real ranged attacks. That is a barricade, not a door, so I cannot open it. If I want to move around, I have to move around like the long, slow way. All right, farmer lady, you're my scout. Yeah, they did not make this all that easy. We are not in good positions to actually attack here. I do appreciate that Sinetta is incredibly fast. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We are discovering the enemies. So what do they do when we are all stealthed, when they have no obvious targets to go after? Do I want to try to loop Zinmir and Dagoth around the top, maybe? I think I'm going to do it. Yeah, first of all, I wanted to know if there was stuff up here. Secondly, if there wasn't, flanking opportunities. But I think we should be able to, the two of them should be able to get some stuff done together. We could have Alyss move up this way and help out. Because down here we'll have 2 farmers plus... Yeah, you know what? I think I do like that. Unfortunately, she is not going to be able to open the gate from there. All right, they're just gonna wander around and try to bone link each other. Filthy stuff. All right, I'm trying to select the farmer. Okay, there we go. Well, we probably don't do any fighting this turn either. But we're ready. The important thing is we're ready. Okay, so you... Am I allowed to interfuse the door? I am not. Okay, we found all the real enemies. This is a problem. Yeah, I was, I'm going to admit, I was not expecting there to be quite such a dense assortment of them up here. So I am going to reveal Sinetta in the hopes of drawing some of them down here so that we can collapse in on them and get a flank. Hooray, cover. Well, it seems to be working. Boy, those butlers are fast. Okay, so if something tries to move into the space occupied by a stealth unit, that unit becomes revealed. That's good information we just learned. Y'all do not want to get all that close to Zinmir. He is going to do some terrible things to you. Oh, right. Engaged. Oh, no. This is a real bad time for a block. Let's interfuse for a discus, because this should get us a free hit. And it should ignore his armor, right? Because we're attacking from the Grey Plane. Yep, and it would not have killed him otherwise. And he got to temp HP, which is maybe going to be critically important to him. So do I just do a discus there as well? We could try to set something else up. We could go for a wild grasp, but just keep the watchman locked up. But it has a crossbow. Yeah, that probably doesn't make a lot of sense. Now, one big problem here is that we do not have a lot of relevant special abilities for punishing these enemies for grouping up. Yeah, you cannot get anywhere close. Right, we can just give him the jump jolt. That's I suppose what's going to happen. Not as good as I might have hoped. So another one of the big guys spawned up here, I'm assuming? Alright. You fool. Oh, she can't quite get to a position where she gets a free hit. Stomps the ground with a small chance to stun enemies within range. Oh, I can run over here and get my free hit. Okay, well that'll do the job. I don't know exactly how many enemies we're going to have to deal with in total. Like when they will run out of reinforcements. I think I'm going to move up to here. I'm going to let Zagoth be a little bit more of an obvious target. Let's try to slow down their approach until my reinforcements can arrive. I'm not going to be able to run over there and attack him, sadly. I'll just Guardian. That's fine. So... let me grab a thing that could be used for Splinter Salvo. Try to set up at least the possibility of a Splinter Salvo in the future. It does seem, unfortunately, that our reinforcement units from the south will not get here anytime soon. Alright, so Netta will be able to participate next turn at least, provided that there is a next turn. So... the sapling does not have Splinter Blast. So we're just going to give this guy a Discus Strike. I wasn't using that cover anyway, it's fine. I don't know if the rock here is going to be able to reach these enemies. It is not. I can bounce it off of this tree and do a little bit of damage. There you go. That's something, technically, kind of. Just hide behind you, but in Guardian mode. Oh no, is he going to be able to hit her too? Oh, dodge. Okay. Okay. Yeah, good block. Definitely open up with a discus. Alright, now that we have created the situation. And it was a stunt. Hooray! Let's whirl over to a better angle. Alright, So that enables Sinetta to get a good attack from here. And I definitely need this dude to actually die. Run a little low on interfuse targets. I figured that spear would be able to hit him from here. Alright, well there we go. Abusing the might of the flanking attack. Yeah, that got a little closer than I was expecting. That was downright unpleasant. If we scout this, are we gonna... Okay, we're healing at a quarter rate while scouting. Quarter rate while traveling, half rate while scouting. I still don't want this to happen. The wardrobe, we don't actually have any idea if that's a big deal. Bogmores don't seem very common here. I'm gonna let these happen. So I wish that it showed not just the healing rate, but like the amount of time until healed at the current rate. Let's head back to friendly territory here. And then just chill out for a second and heal at 1x. Okay. A twisting path takes them up to the high hills and finally into the company of the local peaks. Breathe that in. Mountain air makes me remember things. That's a weird thing to say. You know, the first time I went anywhere by myself, there was this mountain path. It was a tough climb, but I reached this beautiful crystal pond of rainwater, I think. I went there whenever I wanted to be alone. Winter, the water was gone. Spring brought flowers, summer blackberries. For 20 paces, the only sound is the scrape of their feet on rough granite. Any idea which direction we're supposed to go? The way forks. One path leads higher, to the top of a precarious cliffside. The other path curves downward under the shadow of the high rocks. Well, there's a cottage up this way or some wreckage down that way. Let's go check out the cottage. Clifftop Cottage, but they've got something hidden up there. Maybe. What if they do? Well, presumably we're gonna steal it. Slender walking here. The path sticks narrow to the turnings of the mountain. They climb and cross along the wind-carved rock. All the way up in the sky like this. It's more than I ever thought I'd see. That's a nice thing about our job. Ugh, wouldn't mind to break. My legs are killing me. Reminds us, however strong we get, we can always improve. Shots fired. You are the absolute worst. Hey, how about we pretend we're normal until we see if anyone lives here? Then some of us are gonna have to stay behind the rocks. Hello? Anyone at home? This neatly piled cabin smells like sweetgrass. Its lacquered logs look strong, well tended. A distant hawk speaks up. Besides bird and wind, there is only silence. Sinetta stoops through. Is there any... Oh. Fancy morning. Would you like pork rust with your tea? Or are you a coffee woman? Griddle cakes aplenty. What is pork rust? That doesn't sound good. Aromas of sizzling pork rust, hot oil, and floral tea sing in the nose. These cabin walls enclose a cozy, lived-in lair for one. Chairs and root stools round a rose table are space for hungry company. I can always make griddle cakes aplenty. Those saying otherwise are spewing slander. Little spewsome slander slugs. I'll have a... Wait, sorry, who are you? We were just passing by the... And with no intention of intruding. Me? Who am I? They call me the Warlock of the Mountain. Is that, how do we feel about the word warlock? Is that a bad thing? He throws a sack of flour over his shoulder. Oh, but I'm all right with Wayland. Wayland Bane is what I was born as. I'm a mischief maker, mostly. I guess my hairdo says that clear enough. Anyway, mischief's not all I make. Yeah, no, we know the pancakes. Is this a mischief maker's haircut? I kind of have this haircut. I feel judged. Famously, I also make wonderful golden brown griddle cakes. Yeah, we know. For those who solve my bone bison puzzle... The bone bison puzzle? Okay. I guess the puzzle's about to commence. Alright, probably don't kill Wayland Bane. Well, it does say kill all enemies. Alright. Never mind that thing I just said. Let's murder Wayland Bane. So... Foes that move adjacent to the scenery are stuck in through with needling bolts that apply to poison. Ooh, that's neat. Let's take that over, and then... It only has 2 health. So, will it explode if I use it for Scalding Rain? Maybe I should just grab another thing. Oh, right, I was looking at these, I was like, only Splinter Blast, no Salvo? But right, he can't do Salvo. You know what, I'm going to try the Scalding Rain. On something a little larger and more impressive. Alright, you got the Armor Shred. So you're just going to run up here and sadly for Wayland, just absolutely crush his bones. Ulyss is potentially... You do steal fire, but I kind of don't want to put a big fire... Well, I guess we have a choke point here. Yeah, alright. Let's interfuse with that. And then we'll just toss a quick griddle cake fire up. I can't fire around my... I was assuming I'd be able to go around myself. Well, then never mind. Interfuse... with the barrels. Setting up a potential salvo later. Gladglin sadly can't get a lot done here. I think I can firearm. Yeah, I am likely to do 1 damage. But there you go. That'll create that bottleneck I was looking for. Alright, so does he take 1 damage at the beginning of his turn? Nope. He did take poison, though. Alright, good work, Zinmir. Unfortunately, you're... Oh, no, wait. This might be far enough. Oh, this enemy's 1 by 2. I was thinking it was a 2 by 2, and so it was in that tile. Okay, I mean, that's fine. We can mostly fight it from a distance. Yeah. Let's have Sinetta... Yeah, alright, we'll go for a discus here. It says 4 damage, but it's 4 physical damage, right? So it is going to get armored a little bit. Does the jump jolt? It jumps, but it's pretty bad. Well, whatever, it's fine. Oh, I didn't even hit. That's embarrassing. And you don't really have the ability to do anything meaningful here. You know what I could do? I can grow a tree. Okay, so whatever else is left is behind this door. I don't know. He probably didn't need to withdraw. Ullus is going to have to. Alright. I'm not going to give up the whole turn. We'll do that. At least I can grab some stuff out here. Oh no, it's a wardrobe. Ah, it can construct the others. That's neat. Oops, I was trying to click on Gladglin. Probably a better way to change who I currently have selected is to use the buttons up there, right? Alright, charge in there bravely and hopefully get its attention. Yeesh. Alright, well. Guess we'll do the one armor shred. Need to get in there with my axe. Also, wait, why do you have this out? Get your real weapon out. I don't know for sure that I do want to. I might just withdraw from my other piece of thing here. I don't know that I want to pin that. I want it to have the option of moving, if it would like to move. Nope, it's just going to back up and build monsters. That seems like the smart thing to do. Oh no, it's sweeping the floor. Well, that doesn't seem like a very useful thing to have done. So we may as well... I have not been doing a lot of engaging, but we need to be doing a lot of engaging. Okay, still shredding armor. Alright, there you go. Why even bother shredding armor when you could just gray plane? Should have been what I was doing from the start. Now, unfortunately, we don't quite have the spells I'm looking for here. That's not too bad, though. Alright, a little bit of teamwork makes everything easy. It does take a lot of work to get levels, doesn't it? Who wants warding? Dagoth, you're going to be my anti-mage mage. Waylon Bane, Warlock of the Mountain, drops back against his furniture. I'm surprised he's still alive. You alright? Oh, sorry, yeah. I wanted to give you a bit of an elongated victory thing. You got all the bone bison. Unscathed for the most part, though, aren't you? That feels anticlimactic. I know when I'm owed something. An explanation, at least. What did we even accomplish? Why, you've earned a sample of one of my mountain recipes, of course. How hungry are you? Choose carefully, for in my waywardness, in my gross, olive-hearted way, I've designed that each delicious delectogram deliver a different delight. I do think I like speed. Plus 0.3 is not very impressive. Do I think retirement age is going to be a problem? No? I don't think so. Plus 4 years. We don't even know for sure that that'll have any effect, because it's often the case that the peace periods between adventures are much greater than that, right? Let's go for tea and oats, which packs a lifelong kick in the seat. Not like a thing that you would really want, actually. While they eat mugs of tea and oats, Wayland gives a brief account of how he ended up on the mountain. Persecuted, robbed, run out of 10 towns. He retreated to this high home where his eccentricities and frequent mischief would only bother those who blundered into his domain, making it their fault. And at that point, aren't we all fair game? Winking, teasing guidance is all the stars ever offered, and even the moon proved unconstant. Still, I sleep beneath them like any other clover-bothering cow. How vexing, how invigorating. How do you sleep at all, you fable-born wonders? And he goes on like that, for a while. They bid the warlock of the mountain goodbye. They take a swift way down by his direction. Mountain air, huh? Clearly you can get too much. Yeah, it seems to be affecting him. Their dealings with the warlock of the mountain don't go unmarked. The locals tell sour stories about Bat's bounty and their deeds for years afterwards. What? But I did good. I did a good thing. I did attempt to kill an old man. Legacy points -2. Oh no, the tales, the stories. I do kind of like that, giving a better idea of exactly what legacy points represent, though. That's cool. All right, let's secure the place. And then let's build a bridge. All right. Hides and ingots and spell thread and stunt chance pauldrons. Again, feels like Zinmir's stunt chance is particularly critical. Yep, and then we built every bridge, because I love infrastructure. Let's get started. We're not going to get anywhere near another incursion. I guess I'm probably going to fire another calamity, but so far, I don't want to go tooting my own horn too much here or anything, but so far this has been quite easy. All right, we're going to gather over here, we're going to build this bridge, and then we're going to cross to the final area. Right, that is the final... Yeah, we've done a good job of keeping everything focused. Wait, what was... Oh, that's just... There's fortifications there. Yep. Bridges take time to build. Did you know? So yeah, we're just barely gonna get another calamity, right? Oh, maybe not quite. Ravenwild has been revealed. Let us go forth to the Garden Forge. They found Grimar waiting at Garden Forge, just as he had promised. I totally forgot about that. And this decor lacks a certain morthagi. It's probably underneath. Stomp around a bit. And then we did. And it looks like Dagoth has found something, and that pause was definitely not for me to look over here and see what his name is, because I'd forgotten it. One doesn't research mortificers for years just to remain completely useless. The wide floorstone eventually yielded to Dagoth and Sonetta's efforts, revealing dusty steps into the dark. So, you're still up for clearing it out? That was the plan. Why I came all the way here, and why I made this, that is pretty cool. That thing deserves its own song more than we do. But a lot can change in a long walk across the yondering lands. My spine is brambles, my knees are splitting into shards, my years remind me of the debts I owe them. And perhaps another fight isn't how I want this to end. Not yet. So I wanted to give this to you. Are you certain? One of you will take down more foes with it than I could at this point. I'll stay out here. I'm no surgeon, but I can tend to anyone who needs it. Take care of each other down there. I looked for books on mortificers for months, and I hardly got anything. Your battle knowledge is about to be more useful anyway. So that's obviously got to be a Zinmir thing, right? I do love his Crash of Waves. So shreds bonus damage, or shreds more armor than a normal axe, +1 stunt damage. I mean, I do love the water thing on the hammer. Does he need a bow? I'm gonna replace his bow. We're gonna have options here. I would never want to use that bow anyway. The damage on it is so poor compared to everything else that we have. All right, kill everybody. Hey, what a unique, noble surprise of an objective. Surprise! It's enemies. Well, it's an enemy. We also found a haberdasher. Handles heavy metals, spews toxic smoke. Suddenly, a structure hums to life and begins to spew a skull-splitting fog through the room. Ah, somebody destroy that thing. Okay. We will go forth and we will destroy, but first, jump jolt. Alright, well, I hope we don't need to go that way. It's fine. I'm sure this way is just as good. Okay, we're going to have to smash up some rubble, but that's very doable. It is a very cool looking axe. There's not really any two ways about that. Okay, we could use the scenery objects up there to do some interfusion stuff. But Zinmir should be able to hack through this in a single hit, right? Aw, that didn't activate Whirl. I had such hopes. Can I get an interfuse on that? I can. Yep, that's a pretty good start. Hey, Dagoth, you want to maybe finish this off? That is frustrating. It is frustrating that it lives by one. Okay, not actually that easy to get around. I'm gonna head this way. I'm so bummed out that we didn't take it down on that first turn. And of course they don't mind because none of them are breathing anyway. Did create a sort of a small problem here. Well, that's annoying. So that's just some rubble. I mean, somebody's got to actually kill the thing. If I move to a position from which I can hit the Spectic... Alright, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump jolt the Spectic, hopefully also killing the haberdasher, and we are definitely fox flighting. Only a 28% chance, huh? Oh, it didn't even try. I guess it picks a second jump target randomly, probably. Okay, there we go. Ooh, okay, that's taken care of. Breathing certainly makes things easier. Yes, let's go break some stuff. Alright, so this is going to do 11 damage, 3 shred. I mean, we're just never going to want to use the hammer. Yeah, I probably should have just overwritten the hammer. It just seemed like such a good weapon. Alright, not too worried about this. This is the part I was concerned about. Although it does seem like maybe the butler is primarily a healer. It's maybe not a thing to be that concerned about anyway. Yeah, we're just not quite going to be able to do what I want to do here. I think you probably have to actually move around. Same is probably true for Alice. Yeah, she's got the same range. And then Sinetta. So if I move to, like, here, then I think my stomp can affect both of them potentially. Alright, I got a stun. That's not too bad. Not going to kill the big guy anyway. May as well do this. And then, do I want to provide Zinmir as an option? I'm just going to put him in guard mode. Alright, well, that wardrobe is a problem. Gladglin just blocked a fire. No big deal. Alright, that's excellent news. Am I gonna Thunderstomp? Probably not. Can I do this without harming my allies? I sure can. Yeah, all of these crazy elemental arms turns out pretty good. So you get some shackles here. This is just the same thing it did before, but in an area. Alright, let's keep you from showing up too much. And then I can probably just push the fire over onto it, right? Or I could use this thing to create a new fire right on top of it. Making the other thing that I did kind of completely pointless. Alright, Gladglin may need to back up. Things have gotten a little dangerous. Why don't you just take a step back, friend? And the only way to go here, really, is going to be continuing forward, right? So we can't take a free action after running out of actions, which is a little weird. I guess I would rather have that be Dargoth who infuses that. I don't think we're going to be able to use it this turn. Oh, no, it totally does catch him. Alright, so there will be no escape as we very slowly advance toward you. Jerk a captured blaze to leap through the air, burning fiercely where it lands. Okay. Definitely not going to be able to make much use of that just yet. I think we probably want to, No, sorry, I didn't mean to press that. Just want to move up. Oh, I should have hit the wardrobe, actually. That was a prime opportunity for some armor shredding. I was just thinking, you know, there's one of these targets I can kill and one of them I can't. Yeah, pulling a bone lance out of this display case that I presume is full of bones. Seems alright. Oh, wait, can I do this? There we go. That's the angle I need. Okay, but what if you simply didn't walk through the fire? What if you chose to go around the fire? You are exactly where you need to be, friend. That is a much less effective bone lance. Alright, he gets to do cool stuff this turn. Hooray! I mean, I guess it was just melee basic attack, but it was two of them. Yeah, that's gotta count for something. The Gray Sliver of Hardmouth. A well-made dueling sword. I guess that somebody ought to have that. Who do we want to have an extra sword? I guess. I don't know when I would use it. So 0.6 additional reach seems bad. I'm gonna take wisdom. He's becoming so wise. Double damage on shackles. Shardnado is a thing that apparently we could get. That seems cool. Yeah, let's upgrade humanist. Oof. Ah, good. I was hoping that wasn't them. How did things shake out? They've been disassembled. Well, that's a polite way of putting it. We'll melt down what we can. So you pulled it off then. Good. We can rest for a bit. What do you mean a bit? We destroyed their source, didn't we? Nothing's crawling out of there again. This workshop was not the only one ever in operation. And morthagi's ability to lie dormant and bide their time is one of their greatest strengths. I hope I'm wrong, but in case I'm not, and in case I'm not around to help next time. Not around? That's the thing you have to consider when you reach my age. In case I'm not... just keep your wits about you. Alright, we've earned 11 solid years of peace, and also all of these resources. Look at them. Also, we have gently undermined the enemies. Okay, some extra armor off of the enemies I like. During the years of peace. It was true. This cheese is incredible. Galadglin went back to the place he grew up and was tempted by old acquaintances to remain there. But in the end, the past proved an unwise place to linger. Dagoth noticed that the library at Dark Cooper had fallen into disrepair during all the conflict. So he passed a summer helping to rebuild it. Ulis added a new addition onto her house. She put a sturdy table in the center of it and always found excuses to have friends for dinner. Yodivinins, yep, needed an angle to distinguish it from others in the region. Okay, so this is familiar. The muscles in Sinetta's back began to knot more tightly in the mornings, and it took longer to unwind them. She was far too proud to mention it to anyone, though. Zinrir Mountain and Sinetta Clover's son has reached adventuring age. Wow, they've been busy. Girth Clover has joined Bat's bounty as a warrior. So is he zealously leaping around? Once per combat, as a swift action, Girth frightens the enemy, forcing them to spend their turn running away. What a weird set of mechanics for an ability that has the word challenge in the name. Yeah, he's a leaper. Right, that makes sense. Stuff gets passed down. Do we continue the transformation? Minus 0.1 speed doesn't seem like a real penalty. Sinetta will gain Chain Lightning. Lightning surges through up to 3 foes, dealing half damage to the second and third stuns on stunt. Hell yes. She doesn't need equipment. She's got all these lightning arms. So... you've got that thing, and that's pretty cool. Girth. My dude. My dude Girth. Your name is very bad. I don't like it at all. Let's get you a big water hammer. It's like pass down the water hammer. Because, right, a water hammer just seems like such a useful thing to have around. Toe Fate. All right, I'm okay. I feel like it should be Toe Fate, but yeah, I like it. And then, can we get you some like real armor too? Do you need real armor? So Sonetta's clothing is maxed out, and it's the only gear of hers that we can mess with. So I guess that's fine. You are still using a tier 1. We could tier 3 your staff. It's pretty expensive, but honestly, it's probably worth it. She is definitely one of the most dangerous members of the party already. An extra 2 damage on each of her attacks would be pretty meaningful. The Slender Oak Crook. It's not very magic-y. The Root Staff of Snowy Night. Not very fire. Smoke Wilter. Okay, you know what? Smoke Wilter's good. I actually think that's a pretty solid name. And then we're starting to run a little bit low on materials, I have to imagine. I do think I want to switch Galadglin over to proper armor. Lowers his stunt chance and his dodge, but it's a lot of armor. It's most of our legacy points, but I'm going to do that. We keep putting him in such dangerous positions. It feels like it would be very cruel not to. Okay, so he's still got Ebon Tusk. Yeah, which I definitely prefer for single target fighting. And then your staff is only level 2. Do I want to give you maybe some better gear? Yeah, let's upgrade you to a spell damage thing. We cannot craft that. We just don't have the legacy points. We give you a point of spell damage at the very least. The old Ember Gown. And then I think we're probably just ready to go, right? There's some legacy points left over to play with. Look at these things. They're beautiful in their own way, but they're not people. They were never meant to be. And you think you can stick your soul into one and whatever comes out the other end will still be you? Well, what's the alternative? Death? If it comes to that, yes. Because having some abomination following me around insisting it was you for eternity? That's worse torture than any honest loss. Honest? You're being selfish. You can't see beyond your own conception of what a person is. This could usher in a new era of humanity. And it wouldn't be humanity. I'll change your mind. I shouldn't have to, but because I apparently care about you, for whatever reason I can't remember at the moment. Kralvir, where are you going? Oh, that's a familiar figure. I want you to know that just by coming here, I've put your land at risk. The morthagi erupt when they catch wind of any of us. Well then, I won't waste your time. I'll just ask directly. Can you make me into one of you? I've built most of a body based on my studies of your late friend, but I need your help to finish the job. I'm a skilled metalworker and was a decent fighter in my younger days as well. I know I can be an asset to you and your people. It's difficult to read that expression. No one has called us people in a long time. Are you certain? It's not a safeguard against death. You've seen that firsthand. I don't need a safeguard. I just need a way to halt my own decay. How old were you when you became enduring? As old as me? No. Then you don't know what it's like. Nobody does until they get here. You grow up thinking your elders just like complaining about their aches and weariness. You think they like sitting in the same chair day after day watching clouds pass. You don't realize that they do it because anything more has become impossible. I don't want to reach that point if there's a better way. A better way. Then you have understood where others have not. It feels good to have someone understand. Come with me. We'll make our best effort. A reasonable amount of time later. You know, not too long. I've been talking with the carpenter from Dark Cooper. They're getting overwhelmed with people driven out of the surrounding regions by morthagi. Bat's bounty needs to help. I assume you don't mean helping them build houses. I wish, wouldn't that be nice? The shadows deepen, and once again, Bat's bounty is called out to murder absolutely everything that moves. And we totally will. Oh, there's areas connected to what used to be our safe backfield. This is weird, just unrevealed fog of war? I guess we can run down to Lion Band real easily. Oh, we should get to Dark Cooper too, of course. Alright, a lot to do, and a lot just done. That is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time on Monday, I think... Did we see how many chapters are in this? This feels like it's probably the final chapter of this particular story. I'm very excited to see where this Enduring plotline goes. I would love to have an Enduring on the team and also get to play as one. Just, you know, like, dear every video game developer, just let me play the skeleton. Just always let me be a skeleton. I don't care what you have to do, just, you can figure it out. You're creative people. When you come back next time on Monday, maybe we get to play the skeleton. And we'll see you then.